If you're a proponent of conspiracy theories, you might believe that there's a secret organization that covertly controls every aspect of society, from the banks, to the government, and even our entertainment industries. Yes, we're talking about the Illuminati, a group that supposedly consists of the world's most powerful people. Beyonce and Jay-Z are rumored to be members, along with a host of other celebrities, and the group is said to be behind some of the last century's most historically important events, like the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But what exactly is the Illuminati, and do they even exist? Let's dive into a brief history of this notorious and mysterious group. Hello brewers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an exciting video for you guys. We will be looking at 20 interesting things you probably didn't know about the Illuminati. The Illuminati weren't necessarily just crazy chimeras, they were a very real group of people with ambitious goals. And although it no longer exists, the fact that many people still have widespread beliefs about it gives a lot about power, our culture, and of course what we think of Jay-Z. Before we dive into the video, take a second to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Here are 20 interesting things you probably didn't know about the Illuminati. Number 20 on our list is: the Illuminati was founded just before the Declaration of Independence. America was founded by the Illuminati. Well, no, but the Illuminati was established on May 1, 1776, 2 months before Ben Franklin and co. signed the Declaration of Independence. A German philosopher named Adam Weishaupt founded the Order of the Illuminati to advance such radical Enlightenment-era ideas like liberty, constitutional democracy, and the separation of church and state. Responding to the political situation that existed in the German state of Bavaria at the time, the Order's stated purpose was to put an end to injustice and abuses of power by influencing the people with power. But did they have anything to do with the founding of the USA? Well, ideas, and indeed people, traveled a lot slower in the 18th century, so it's highly unlikely that the founding fathers were members of this particular secret society. Number 19. The belief of the Illuminati. There were two sides to the historical Illuminati, their odd rituals and their ideals. The Illuminati did plenty of unusual things. They used symbols, like the owl, adopted pseudonyms to avoid identification, and had complicated hierarchies like novice, minerval, and illuminated minerval that divided the ranks. In the beginning, Hodap says, Illuminati members didn't trust anyone over 30, because they were too set in their ways. Other reports of rituals are harder to confirm, but we know that members were very paranoid and used spy-like protocol to keep one another's identities secret. But while they were following these bizarre rituals, they also promoted a worldview that reflected Enlightenment ideals like rational thought and self-rule. Anti-clerical and anti-royal, the Illuminati were closer to revolutionaries than world rulers, since they sought to infiltrate and upset powerful institutions like the monarchy. Number 18. Why did the original Illuminati vanish? They were wiped out, Hodap says. People have tried to revive them over the years, but it's a money-making scheme. In 1785, Duke of Bavaria Karl Theodor banned secret societies, including the Illuminati, and instituted serious punishments for anyone who joined them. Most of the group's secrets were disclosed or published, and, if you believe most historians, the Illuminati disappeared. From the moment of the disbanding, however, the myth expanded. As described in Conspiracy Theories in American History, an encyclopedia, documents found in the homes of high-ranking Illuminati members like Xavier von Zwack confirmed some of the spookiest Illuminati theories, like their dreams of world domination and cultish behavior, even though those documents may exaggerate the truth about the group. Number 17. Did the Illuminati manage to control the world? Historians tend to think the Illuminati were only mildly successful, at best, in becoming influential. Though, of course, there are also those who believe the Illuminati successfully took over the world and still control it today. If an all-powerful group does dominate the world, we probably wouldn't know about it. It's also difficult to untangle the success of the Illuminati from that of the Freemasons, which they infiltrated and commingled with. It's just as tough to tell what influence the Illuminati actually had as opposed to the influence people think they had. We do know the Illuminati had some influential members, along with many dukes and other leaders who were powerful but are forgotten today. Some sources think writer Johann Goethe was a member of the group, though other sources dispute the claim. In a way, Illuminati influence depends on what you believe about them. If you think their revolutionary ideals spread to other groups, like the French Revolution's Jacobins, then they were successful. If you think those ideas would have prospered regardless, then they were mainly a historical curiosity. Number 16. The Illuminati had strict membership requirements. The Illuminati were an exclusive group of rich, successful men. No women or Jews were admitted into their ranks. 5 men, all from the University of Ingolstadt, attended that first meeting in 1776. Any new members had to be vetted and approved by the existing group. Membership requirements included being well educated and wealthy, having a strong reputation, and coming from a good family. They also had to be 30 years old or younger. The group believed anyone older to be too conservative and rigid in their ways. The group grew quickly, though, in part because the first members joined the Freemasons, another group for independent thinkers, to recruit other men and, at its largest, had up to 2,000 members, including doctors, lawyers, politicians, and intellectuals. Number 15. If the Illuminati vanished, how did their legend live on? Almost immediately after the Illuminati were disbanded, conspiracy theories about the group sprang up. The most famous conspiracy theories were authored by physicist John Robison in 1797, who accused the Illuminati of infiltrating the Freemasons, and Abbé Augustin Barrault, whose 1797 History of the Jacobins promoted the theory that secret societies, including the Illuminati, were behind the French Revolution. Historians tend to see these as the first in a long line of conspiracy theories, though, again, for those who believe the Illuminati run the world today, this is arguably proof of the group's power. Later on, some of the founding fathers managed to stoke interest in the Illuminati in the United States. In 1798, George Washington wrote a letter addressing the Illuminati threat. He believed it had been avoided, but his mentioning it helped bolster the myth. In the panic caused by the anti-Illuminati books and sermons, Thomas Jefferson was, baselessly, accused of being a member of the group. Though these early Illuminati panics fizzled out, they gave the group a patina of legitimacy that, later on, would help make a centuries-long conspiracy seem more plausible. Number 14. Members of the Illuminati worked their way through levels of enlightenment. After joining, members of the Order of the Illuminati worked their way through a series of levels to show their progress toward enlightenment. Originally, the Illuminati had 3 different levels of enlightenment that members could achieve: novices, minor vals, and illuminated minor vals. The owl of Minerva was the group's original symbol. Minerva was the Roman goddess of wisdom, and the owl of Minerva symbolizes intelligence and wisdom and was a popular icon of independent, progressive thinkers of the era. However, a few years after its founding, a member named Baron von Nigg revised the system into as many as 13 levels, also known as degrees, which were then grouped into 3 classes. Von Nigg had been a member of the Freemasons before turning to the Illuminati, and his system was based on that of his former group. Reaching the highest level meant a member had achieved philosophical illumination, according to National Geographic, and he was given the title of king. Number 13. Members of the Illuminati used pseudonyms. All Illuminati members were given pseudonyms that represented historical or important figures. For example, Weishaupt was known as Spartacus and von Nigg as Philo. Correspondence was written in cipher, and even things like town names were replaced with an arbitrary word. It's said that when the government raided members' homes after shutting down the organization, instructions for making invisible ink were found. Number 12. Conspiracy theories about the Illuminati began almost as soon as the order was shut down. In 1797, physicist, mathematician, and later in life conspiracy theorist John Robison published a book called Proofs of a Conspiracy, in which he accused the Order of the Illuminati of infiltrating the Freemasons and helping to start the French Revolution. This book eventually made its way to George Washington, a master Mason, who had just wrapped up his time as president. After reading it, Washington wrote a letter intending to dispel the threat of the Illuminati, though his simply addressing the group only stoked conspiracy theories. Similar writings and accusations followed, and public chatter about Illuminati conspiracies would die down and flare up again throughout the next centuries. There are dozens if not hundreds of conspiracy theories claiming that the Order of the Illuminati is still very much alive and well, and that they're quietly working under the radar to establish a new world order, the idea that a small group of very powerful people are working behind the scenes to put in place an authoritarian government that would rule the whole world. There is zero proof of that. Number 11. Rumor has it the Illuminati headquarters is located at Denver International Airport. Since opening in 1995, more than a year late and $2 billion over budget, the Denver International Airport has found itself at the center of a variety of Illuminati-related conspiracy theories. The airport has a time capsule set to be opened in 2094 that's emblazoned with icons of a Masonic square and compass, a symbol of the Freemasons, and, by conspiratorial extension, the Illuminati. There are also plagues stating that DEN was funded by the New World Airport Commission. Sounds an awful lot like New World Order, doesn't it? And rumors that the airport sits above a secret, underground Illuminati headquarters where the world's elite will live after the apocalypse. The whole thing is wild speculation, but DEN has leaned into the theories. Check out its #DenFiles website for some fun information. Number 10. According to conspiracy theories, some of the world's biggest stars and historical figures are members of the Illuminati. There are rumors that some of the world's biggest pop stars and Hollywood celebrities are actually members of the Illuminati. Dr. Dre, Madonna, Bono, Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Whitney Houston, Katy Perry. The list goes on, but at the top sit Jay-Z and Beyonce. In all of these cases, it's speculated that these stars owe their success to the help of the secret organization. It's relevant to note here that Beyonce shut down those rumors in the first verse of her 2016 song Formation, "Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess." And it's not just modern-day entertainers. Historical figures such as Thomas Jefferson, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Henry Kissinger, Winston Churchill, and John D. Rockefeller are rumored to have been involved with the Illuminati, too. Number 9. Are the Illuminati related to the Freemasons? Conspiracy theories have always been popular in the United States, but for centuries, the Illuminati were less feared than the Freemasons. The 1828 Anti-Masonic Party was based on an opposition to the Freemasons, and though the party died out, Freemasons remained a focal point for paranoia in America. Because the Illuminati recruited many members in Europe through Freemason lodges, the two groups are often confused for each other. To some degree, Freemason paranoia grew out of the Freemasons' influence in the United States. Many founding fathers were members, after all. And some key American symbols may have been derived from the Freemasons. There's a strong argument that the floating eye on the dollar, the eye of Providence above a pyramid, comes from Freemasonry. There's also an argument that it was meant as a Christian symbol. The only thing we know for certain is that it has nothing to do with the Bavarian Illuminati. That early Freemason paranoia can help us understand the conspiracy theories about the Illuminati today. People will use a term like Illuminati to define anything that they don't like that might challenge their values, says Joseph Usinski, a political scientist at the University of Miami and co-author of American Conspiracy Theories with Joseph Parent. Number 8. The Illuminati were exposed by one of their own. The original Bavarian Illuminati was in existence for less than a decade, from 1776 to 1785. A former member named Joseph Utzschneider was responsible for shutting them down. Utzschneider wrote a letter to the Grand Duchess of Bavaria that outed the group and their progressive beliefs, though it's likely some of his claims were exaggerated. The Grand Duchess told her husband, the Duke of Bavaria, who first issued an edict in 1784 that banned the creation of any society not previously authorized by law, and then followed that up a year later with a new rule in 1785 that explicitly banned the secret society, and in 1787, membership was made punishable by death. The group was disbanded and Weishaupt was banished from Bavaria. According to most experts, this was the end of the Illuminati, though there are hundreds of conspiracy theories that suggest the group is very much still alive and running. Number 7. The Illuminati's goal was to encourage a rational society. There are many explanations for the goals set by the group, but the Illuminati's main mission was to address the values of the Enlightenment. The group sought to promote rational thinking and knowledge. Weishaupt stated that the current system puts us under the control of political and religious prejudices, while the Illuminati frees us from all religious prejudices. Social virtues. Nurture and enliven them with a great, feasible, and swift outlook of universal well-being in a state of freedom and moral equality, freed from the obstacles that subordination, class, and wealth constantly interfere with us. Increase. Number 6. The Illuminati was banned in 1784. The original Order of the Illuminati existed for less than a decade. In 1784, the organization had 650 members, but the secret society wasn't exactly secret, as members were known to jibber-jabber all over Munich. They should have made the first rule not to talk about the Illuminati. Feeling threatened, the Duke of Bavaria threw down the hammer and officially banned the Illuminati specifically. So, this secret society, which had once boasted of its power, ceased to exist. Before the end of the century, however, people were writing books alleging that the Illuminati persisted in actual secrecy and had orchestrated the French Revolution. Number 5. The Illuminati is blamed for historical events. For an organization that dispersed in a time when Beethoven was still a teenager, they've apparently been pretty active ever since. As we said, the Illuminati sparked the French Revolution. And just a few years later, the Illuminati assassinated JFK. Even though the Kennedys are supposedly one of the 13 bloodlines descended from the Bavarian Illuminati. Anyhow, it's a fact that people have passionate thoughts about the Illuminati. And it's become commonplace to accuse celebrities of being secret members of the Illuminati as well. We're looking at you, Beyonce. And we got our eye on you too, Jay-Z. And we also have our eye on any celebrity that doesn't act how we want them to, right? Let's be fair, though, even if they do often mix up the Illuminati with Freemasons, you really can't knock the hustle of Illuminati conspiracy theorists. Number 4. The Illuminati have nothing to do with the AllSeeing Eye. This freaky, floating eye is famously found on the American $1 bill, and often thought of as a right-under-your-nose proof that the Illuminati run the country. But in terms of historical facts, the original Illuminati symbol wasn't the infamous eye, but the owl of Minerva, which symbolizes knowledge. The Bavarian Illuminati's association with the all-seeing eye is something that's been perpetuated by pop culture. It's a myth. A farce. A conspiracy. What you see on the $1 bill is the Eye of Providence, a Christian symbol of the Holy Trinity. But hey, let's throw the conspiracy theorists a bone. The eye is part of Masonic iconography, and it's a documented fact that many of America's founding fathers were card-carrying Freemasons. Number 3. How could you join the Illuminati? To join the Illuminati, you had to have full consent from the other members, possess wealth, and have a good reputation within a suitable family. There was also a hierarchical system to Illuminati membership. After entering as a novice, you graduated to a Minerval and then an Illuminated Minerval, although this structure later became more complicated, with 13 degrees of initiation required in order to become a member. Number 2. Did the Illuminati use rituals? They did use rituals, most of which remain unknown, and pseudonyms were used to keep the identities of members a secret. However, the rituals we do know about, found in seized, secret papers, explain how novices could move to a higher level within the Illuminati's hierarchy. They had to compile a report on all the books they owned, write a list of their weaknesses, and reveal the names of any enemies they had. The novice would then promise to sacrifice personal interests for the good of the society. Before we continue, take a second to smash that like button, subscribe and turn the post notification on so that you'd be the first to know when we upload. Finally, number 1 on our list of things you didn't know about the Illuminati is: Number 1. Why people still believe in the Illuminati today. The idea of a world-dominating Illuminati has never really left people's minds, and still infiltrates popular culture today. In 1963, a text called the Principia Discordia was published, promoting an alternative belief system known as Discordianism. Calling for anarchism and civil disobedience by perpetrating hoaxes, its adherents included writer Robert Anton Wilson. Some followers of Discordianism sent fake letters into magazines claiming that events such as the assassination of U.S. President John F. Kennedy were all the work of the Illuminati. Wilson later published a book with Robert Shea, The Illuminatus Trilogy, which became a cult success and inspired a new genre of conspiracy fiction, including Dan Brown's novel, and subsequent film, Angels and Demons. The Illuminati also became connected with Satanism and other ideals that were far removed from those associated with the original 18th century Bavarian group. Well, there you have it, brewers. So, where do you stand on the New World Order, Illuminati, Freemason conspiracy debate? Do you think Dollar Brew is secretly a part of it? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. For more interesting facts, be sure to subscribe to Dollar Brew and turn the post notification on. Don't forget to like the video as well. Thanks for watching.